Now time for Big D Energy with four-time Stanley Cup champ Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neal Ruhl. Live on the Woodward Sports Network, 99.1 and 93.5 The Roar, the Woodward Sports app, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Let's talk some sports. It's Big D Energy.
Shot. Nice.
Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, good shot.
Hey, good to see you. What do you got?
Yo. Welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. D-Mac out here today. We're going to try this one more time, everybody.
One more game.
BTE is in the house today. That is Bad Take. EZ is here with me. You get one more shot. You get one more shot, EZ. You come in here with some nonsense, some foolery, some flat-out stupidity today, you're banned for life. You understand me?
Just facts, man. I'm just saying facts.
Okay, anyway, happy to have EZ here today. We got Sam Flannel. It is a Debo Flannel Friday. We got a fresh new Debo take for you. Give it to him, Sam Flannel.
Oh, you're going in, or I'm going to knock your ass out. Your choice.
We'll work on that delivery. We'll get him better for next week. We got Spencer Raxter here in the building. He has recovered from smashing 100 Strawberry Fest waffles from Big Boy on Wednesday. Certainly yesterday, as you saw as well. How you feeling, Spencer, as we go into it?
I'm feeling good. I'm in my prime. I'm ready to go. Haven't skipped a beat. That's what I do.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's what I do.
You're timeless, brother.
Exactly.
You're absolutely timeless. Happy to have all of you with us on our YouTube chat thread as well. Detroit Dabber says, what up, doe? And yes, what up, doe? And, hey, as we said, we're going to try this one more time with Bad Take EZ. We'll give him another shot. We'll see what happens, and we'll go to it. Klompsaw says, D-Mac looks like a hockey stop on his swing to me. Yeah, I mean, he is a hockey player, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But those guys are always the good golfers, though, because of the hand-eye coordination.
I was just going to say, I heard he's a damn good golfer.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is. And we had a great time yesterday out at the Fortress in Frankenmuth for the Michigan Heroes Museum. Big props to my guy, Ronnie Cyrus, who also, by the way, is responsible when we do the Hometown Heroes thing every Friday during Lion season. You know, the hometown hero that's honored at Ford Field. Ronnie Cyrus quarterbacks all that. Guy's a servant, man. He's a servant. And it was amazing to me, and real talk here, just take a minute on this. Going around and talking to everybody at the outing, that veterans community, man, they take care of each other. Every time you go up to a T-Box, an organization that's working for the veterans, and I know, among other things we don't do a good job of in this country, the people that serve, man.
Yeah.
So there are people out there that have served this country that I don't want to say we turned our back on them, but we ain't helping them either.
100%. It is kind of shameful, but like you said, that community itself, it's good to see them, keeping each other up. And
they do, man. And whatever organization it was, they're taking money for this. Yeah, here's some money. Here, absolutely, because it was inspiring. It was flat out inspiring to see how they take care of each other. So it was very, very cool. Jojo Rofo saw the trailer for ESPN 60 documentary on the Red Wings Avalanche rivalry. Chilling stuff. Yes, I saw a teaser for that yesterday. That's coming out next month, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So
damn. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so get ready. It was pretty hype. It was pretty hype. So, we got a Memorial Day weekend. We were up there hitting some bombs yesterday on the golf course. EZ, Spencer, Stick, they were dropping some bombs and drinking some bombs and whatever. But everybody had a good time, though, and that's what it was all about. The Michigan Heroes Museum raised a lot of money. So that was a lot of fun. But we are rolling in to the Memorial Day weekend, and I got the opportunity to play with some residents that were up there in Frankenmuth, some of the veterans that served the country and everything. And I always like this because I've always been curious about this. As a guy who's an East Sider, a lot of us are East Sider, West Siders, whatever, we go up north twice a year maybe for that weekend. I don't really do it on Memorial Day weekend anymore like I used to. What's the line? When are you up north? Is it the Jesus sign on 75, like right in front of Flint? You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Is it Birch Run? Is it the Zilwaukee Bridge? And I played golf with a couple of lifetime Frankenmuth residents. And they said, we don't consider ourselves up north. Mm-hmm. They said it's where 75 splits with 23.
That's a good one.
What's up north?
That's a good one. I like that. Where 75 splits off, I think that's up north territory. I don't think Frankenmuth's not up north. I don't consider that up north.
Yeah. What's up north, EZ, to you? That's a bad take. I'm used to bad takes. So go ahead.
No, for us, I think you're right. It's that Birchwood sign, but like technically the Frankenmuth guys are right. It's when that's split off to 23 because like that's not really up north. You know what I'm saying? Like up north, truthfully, is the Upper Peninsula. So I think he's probably right because they're more up north from us. So like his up north is
a little different.
Yeah.
What do you got, Sam Flannel? Are you an up north guy, big up north guy?
I am definitely a big up north guy. So for me, it's actually Mackinac City. But if I'm being objective, we're 75 splits off from 23. But I'm a big UP guy, so maybe that makes me up north elite. I don't know.
Up north elite. I knew there was one because there's always one. Keaton Rudiger, talking points from 97.1 today, really? No, Keaton, it's something that I've always thought about. And I actually talk to people that live up there because I'm curious to get everybody's dynamic because I always wondered about it. I always thought that too. Once you got over the Zilwaukee Bridge, that was up north to me.
Yeah.
So, I'm curious. Ryan's reaction says Lansing is mid-state. Clomsaw says Traverse City is up north. Joseph Austin says Cadillac. Clomsaw, Clare is mid-state. So, hey, Grindline podcast. Up north is past Houghton Lake.
Yeah.
So I think a good compromise is a Zilwaukee Bridge / where 75 splits with 23. I think that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah, so we certainly will do that. But we got some Lion stuff on the agenda here for today. We're kind of chilling today. If there's anything you guys want to get to, I'll let you guys program a segment of the show as well if you so desire. This is a big anniversary, though. Something that was crushing to me as a 7-year-old boy. It was, if memory serves, it was the first time I ever cried from the outcome of a sporting event, which, again, it was so crushing. The 35-year anniversary of the steal by Larry Bird. God, man. They had him. They had the Celtics beat. Finally, they were going to vanquish the Celtics. They had them beat, and it was over, and they were going to the finals. Until they weren't. And Larry Bird did it. Larry Bird stole the inbound pass from Isaiah. And a very, a young Neal Ruhl, just a little lad, watching that game. And an easy look. You don't know about this, obviously, but the 04 Pistons kind of did the same thing where they kind of built up to it. Not to the degree that the Bad Boys Pistons did. They didn't have to slay the giants that the Bad Boys Pistons did. But it leads to a good generational question, I guess you could say. What was more crushing to Pistons fans, the Larry Bird steal or the Robert Horry shot? You guys remember the Robert Horry shot?
That was mine.
Yes, I was. That made me cry.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I broke down. I was very upset.
Kicking and screaming.
Very upset.
Kicking and screaming. I actually got in trouble and sent to my room. I was pissed. I was a little kid too. Like I was like, "We're Detroit. We're supposed to be tough. How do these refs make it out of the city?" I'd blame everything on the referees. Like, but that shot, there was nothing to blame on. So it was just like despair. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just like left crying.
And because you wonder about it, right? Because it feels like they left the championship on the table because of that shot.
Yes.
And that's the same. I think at the baseline, the two things are the same. Because I feel as though the Pistons left the championship on the table with that. Now, would they have beat the Lakers? I don't know. The Lakers were still the Lakers. And the Lakers did beat the Pistons the next year in the finals through the help of a phantom foul call. And I don't care what anybody ever says ever. Wasn't a foul. I've tweeted that picture many, many times. I have never felt more crushed than I felt that day where Larry Bird stole the ball.
I just watched it just now on YouTube. I got goosebumps. Like that is crushing.
And it's a steal by Bird. Throw it into DJ, lays it in.
Oh, dude, I know. I know. AC, who's more entertaining, Jameis Winston or Bad Take EZ? And right off the rip, I want to say that Jameis Winston's more entertaining because I love the experience.
Yeah.
You get both. You get the highs, the lows, the comic relief, the skill. Mm-hmm.
Eating W's.
Yeah, all of that stuff. You get that with Jameis Winston. But I think that bad take easy stirs emotions a little deeper.
Definitely.
I think if you want to gets the people going. If you want to just judge it off snap reaction, it's Jameis Winston all day.
Yeah.
But when you think of the buffoonery and the foolery that EZ brings to the table, EZ, I gotta say, you may be more. I guess you would say. What's the terminology I want to use? But you may be more entertaining just because of the spectrum.
Let's go. I'll take it.
Maybe.
I'll take it.
I wonder about that.
So honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, some stuff I do, like obviously some of it is the tension is the stir of the pot, right? Like you're giving me crap about the Sammy Watkins thing, and that's I was just throwing. I know your trigger, and that's one of them. So like, part of it was that. But like sometimes like I'll take that stance, and I'll be like, wait, like there's actually an argument here. So I'll dig my heels in a little bit.
You end up convincing yourself.
I'm like, oh my god. But no, in all due respect to Joe D and Joe Dumars, I do want to clarify one thing. He's the first black GM to win a championship in the NBA. He was an exec of the year in the 02-03 season, and dude, undoubtedly a very good GM.
And yeah, I think it got a little blown out of proportion, like with the listeners. You never said he was a bad GM or a terrible GM. You said he was a very good GM, just not great.
Yeah.
Which is,
yeah,
there's a difference between he's horrible and he's not great.
Yeah.
John Mark says Robert Horry was worse. The 86 was 87 Pistons. We're not ready to beat L.A. The Horry shot cost us a title, and EZ would have no Joe D slander if Horry misses that shot.
I mean, that's a fact. If he brought in 2 chips, there's nothing you could say.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand why it's Joe D, the general manager's fault that Robert Horry made the shot.
Because
it's his credit when he won. All right, we're not going there.
We're not. We're not going to do that. Robert Colosia says that's the best thing that Sam Flannel has added to the show. Well done, Flannel. Yeah. We got to work on the delivery. We'll make that delivery a little smoother. We'll go with that one every Friday till you perfect it. Is that fair?
I think he's talking about the bird call.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that too, yeah.
What does that say about everything else I've added to the show, though?
Aiden Hutchinson's 22nd season and
DeAndre Swift leading the NFC in rushing
yards. We do have to update that checklist because Sam Flannel has, on this show, looked into that camera that's in his little booth there and has guaranteed you all. We're at number 1. DeAndre Swift will lead the NFC in rushing.
Yes.
That's number 1. Number 2, Aiden Hutchinson will have 12 or more sacks next year and be a Pro Bowler and be the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. But he also told you they're only going to win 8 games.
Yeah.
I just watched the Robert Horry shot and the steal. The steal definitely hurts more because the Horry shot, there's still 5 seconds on the clock to win.
Horry shot's in the finals, though, to win the championship.
That's fair.
Yeah, so we have it up there on the poll. What hurts your heart as a Pistons fan more? The Larry Bird steal at 51%, the Robert Horry shot at 49%. And hey, a case can be made for both. For me, I just remember how soul-crushing. And here's my explanation of it. Here's why I lean Larry Bird. I read some of the arguments before, and they're valid. They're valid because, in theory, it cost you a chip. But for me, it was the magnitude of who it was. It was the Celtics. And you guys don't know about this, EZ. Nobody ever won in the Boston Garden. Ever. Some crazy-ish would always happen. And it was like the Metrodome with the Twins. Like, you never beat the Celtics there. Ever. And they had a chance to, and it was just, God, it was crushed. And then you don't know, are they ever going to win one? And then they got their soul crushed again the next year. But then they bounced back and won 2 chips. So, it's one of those things. It's truly in the eye of the beholder. I'll tell you one thing there is no debate about: mybookie.com. That's right. You want to get that action down? Go to mybookie.com. Use a promo code Woodward. They'll match part of your first deposit up to 50% in free bets. You can bet on anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. You want to bet Aiden Hutchinson the Rookie of the Year? You're Sam Flannel? Boom! Go ahead and do that at MyBookie. I'm sure you can. There's some kind of DeAndre Swift prop somewhere that Sam Flannel's going to parlay, and he's going to make $1 billion from MyBookie.com. And he can do that because he's going to get part of his first deposit matched with the promo code Woodward in free bets, so he can give it a spin. As always, everybody, remember, having a problem with gambling, call the Michigan Gambling Helpline, 1-800-270-7117.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risks, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
Summer in the D is just around the corner, and Woodward Sports is ready for all the heat. Go Tigers! From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Off and running here on a holiday weekend Friday. That is right. We're in here chilling today. Whatever you guys want to talk about, throw it out there. Chuck Brewer Celtics were 39-2 that year at home. Yes.
Wow.
And I believe the year before that, they might have been 40-1, if memory serves, in
That is insane.
either
That's
85 or
wild.
86. I mean, you never beat them there.
Was it the refs too, or was
Never.
it just magic? It was just like some crazy stuff.
It was all of it, right? I mean, and you know, they got a lot of calls, certainly, and just something magical happened all the time. You guys I'm sure saw the call. You know, I wasn't born. The Havlicek stole the ball and all that just something weird always happened. It was like the Metrodome with the Tigers. Like I don't know what it was, but that's why it was so crushing to me. C.J. Schneider, the Ori shot was in the finals. Like without that shot, the Pistons win. So you know, I understand it. No guarantee the Pistons win the finals without the steal. Well, I mean, there's no guarantee the Pistons win the finals if Ori shot goes in.
Yeah, what was that series? 4-1 or 4-2?
It was 2-2, right? I want to
Yep.
say. Or
Yeah.
was it? No, was it 3-2?
I'll look it up.
No, because it was a game 5 at the Palace, and they went to San Antonio for 2 games, right? I want to say that. I can't remember when they've changed everything. It used to be 2-3-2 in the
I
NBA
hated
finals.
that. Yeah, that made no sense to me. You do the whole playoffs the way it's done now, and the finals they switch it up. Like,
Yeah, that's the way that they used to do
Yeah,
it.
it was game 5.
That was game 5.
Yeah, giving the Spurs a 3-2 lead.
okay,
Oh, so the Pistons won the game 6.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yes. We came
Okay.
back, rallied to win game 6, 95-86 to tie the series, but Spurs closed it out in front of the home crowd.
Gotcha. So yeah, maybe Pistons probably win that. You're right, probably. But you know,
who would you liken Bird to in today's game?
who would I compare Larry Bird to in today's game?
Nobody.
There's some Luka to him. I think just because he's such an elite shot maker and he was an underrated passer. And I've told you guys this on this show before. For me, I'm upset with myself in retrospect that I hated the Celtics so much. Easy. That's another reason why that steal hit different for me. I hated the Celtics so much to the point when they were on TV, like CBS would have a national game,
Yeah.
I would turn that ish off in a second. I would, no, man, F the Celtics. I'm
Oh, you
turning
wouldn't
that
watch
all-
it?
I wouldn't even watch it.
I mean, I'm
And now looking back on it, I'm mad I did that because Larry Bird
so great.
was so great.
Yeah.
So great, man.
That's how I used to hate LeBron in that fashion. And then I think it was 06, whatever conference finals he just went off, like I think it was like 25 straight, whatever. I was like, because the term that time was like witness. You're like, we're all witness. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, I almost said the S word, but damn, there it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just greatness. You just have to admire that at times.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. And I hated Larry Bird so much that I didn't participate when the Celtics were on television. I wouldn't get involved with it. And again, in retrospect, I'm disappointed with myself on that because I did watch the Lakers, and don't get me wrong, I hated the Lakers too.
Yeah.
But I did watch the Lakers because I respected Magic Johnson so much. And maybe it was like the Michigan State thing and being from Lansing, and maybe that changed it a little bit. But they also didn't play the Lakers all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, even now, right? You play teams from the
Twice.
West
Yeah.
twice, right? Once at home and once on the road. So there was a stretch where you just didn't see the Lakers.
Yeah.
And But man, I hated Larry Bird. I'm curious to know what the young buck. Who do you hate the most? Because I can say without question, Larry Bird is the dude I hated the most ever in my sports fandom career. Larry Bird, number one. But damn it, I hate you, Larry Bird. But damn it, I respect you.
You still hate him?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I respect him.
I'm with you. I don't know if I hate anyone anymore, man. Like I said, I've kind of turned the page where I'm just like, I kind of admire guys. Even the guys who's kind of like I know Spinney has a couple guys that he hates. But even those guys I admire, like their roles, what they play on the teams. I mean, you go and drop them on if you want.
Yeah, I hate Patrick Beverly. I hate him the most. I hate Karl Anthony Towns. He's a whiny little baby. I hate him. I hate Rudy Gobert. He has no skill. He's just
but what about the connection though? As a fan, like I'm talking about
like somebody that did something.
Yeah,
to
somebody
me
that you hate for a specific reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Patrick Beverly is probably one of my most hated players of all time.
Why?
He's just annoying.
Why?
He runs around. He doesn't do anything. He thinks he's the man. He's going on there talking about Chris Paul on ESPN. Speak of the devil. He's going on there at ESPN bad-mouthing Chris Paul. Like, Chris Paul isn't 10 times the player he will ever be. He is taking his shirt off and celebrating a play-in win. Not even a playoff win. Playoff series win. A play-in win. He's crying and he's just annoying.
See, but if we had him on the Pistons, no, you're lying.
No,
you would love that type of guy on the Pistons.
Not that type of guy, but not Patrick Beverly. And everybody says that. Oh, if he was on the Pistons, you'd love him. No, get him over here. Get him out of here.
Jack Harrington says Dodger fans are annoying the away fans. Says Sidney Crosby, and I'm sure you're going to get a run. See, I don't want to say I'm a fan of Sidney Crosby. But I will watch him if he's on TV. I will turn it on and watch him play.
I can get with that. I hate Sidney Crosby, but like Larry Bird, like I respect Sidney Crosby as a top 5 hockey player of all time. He's up there, but he's just such a little.
See, but and that is it because he's that, or is it because he beat you?
It's because he beat us. And he sat out 2 years for a concussion.
In the Olympics.
Yes, and he beat Team USA.
He beat Team USA in the Olympics, like within an 8-month span.
Yes.
That was when he beat USA with that goal at the end and won the gold medal. I was just like.
Another one for me, I wouldn't really say I hate, but Big Papi.
He's getting some run.
Yeah, Big Papi, man. Yeah. Nelson Cruz more than Big, because I respect Big Papi and I like him as a guy. He's a funny guy and stuff. But Nelson Cruz, I hate Nelson.
What about you, Sam Flannel? Who do you hate? The connection that you have.
Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield actually, in a lot of ways that Spencer hates Patrick Beverly. I've never been a fan of that kind of undersized athlete who has the most obvious Napoleon complex of all time, who people think that he's fiery and competitive when I actually think he's a douchebag with a temper. And that's about it. Like the guy with the constant chip on their shoulder, that after a while it's like, why do you still have that chip on your shoulder? And eventually with a guy like Baker Mayfield, it alienates people. It makes people hate him. And also with Baker Mayfield, it's the terrible decision making. You go back to college, the running from the cops, the like grabbing his crotch on the sideline, the planting the flag.
Planting the flag was
and
sweet.
Now,
planting the flag was
it was
sweet.
not sweet. And honestly, the thing that makes it even worse is now that it didn't work out with him in Cleveland, he's going on podcasts and taking absolutely no accountability for the 2 seasons in which he was terrible, in which they had great rosters, and he blew it. It's always somebody else's fault. And Baker Mayfield, it's a combination of the fact that I don't think he's that good, he's cocky and arrogant, and he just kind of carries himself with that chip on his shoulder. Like, he just can never loosen up. And maybe that got him from being a walk-on to a Heisman Trophy winner, first pick in the draft, but that doesn't mean I have to like him. And honestly, he proved in Cleveland that he really wasn't that guy. 2 seasons, he was terrible.
On our YouTube chat thread, remember, you guys can get involved as well. The Motown Breakdown says Jalen Green, which I can understand.
That's a good one.
And appreciate.
Yeah, it's a budding one.
AC says Russell Westbrook. I think that's. The Russell thing is a little more of Spencer's Patrick Beverly angle, where there's no. I'm talking about like a direct connection.
It's because like right now, though, the Detroit sports, like we've sucked for like a long time now. You know what I'm saying? So we haven't had those like kind of moments to burn holes in our heart.
That's a great. Finally, you came through with a good take, EZ.
They're all good, man. They're all good. You're a big Joe D guy.
That's interesting. I hadn't thought about it like that before. But you are right. There are no villain moment. Who's the villain? Everybody beats us all the time.
All the time.
Matt
Literally all the
Patricia.
time. Jay Cutler was at one point
I was
just because
gonna say
people were
Jay
like kind of
Cutler.
like riding him for a minute, but like you also hate him because we used to beat the crap out of him as well.
Jay Cutler
You know?
is also funny as hell, and he's like,
He's funny
his
now.
interviews
I
and
always
stuff.
hated him before though.
Isaac Williams says LeBron. Duke Nukem says the Young Bucks can't relate. Well, Duke, I think we stumbled upon something, though, with EZ's take, where do we realize how long it's been bad here? I don't think
14
we
years.
The Lions were the last team with a 500 record, I believe.
Yeah, over 500.
Yeah, over 500 in 2014.
14 years since the last championship in Detroit.
Like the Lions. Like, we're like the laughing stock of the town. We're the last team with a 500 record, man. Like it's bad. It's like
Above 500.
above 500.
Cody Ingle says Aaron Rodgers. And I had forgotten, Cody, about Aaron Rodgers, and you guys know my feelings on Aaron Rodgers, like, enough. Mm-hmm. He bothers me, certainly because he beats the Lions all the time.
Yeah.
Like, he beats the Lions to the degree that Larry Bird was beating the Pistons until the Pistons finally rose up. I think Aaron Rodgers, for me, is the good combo of, like, Spencer with Patrick Beverly and Sam Flannel with Baker Mayfield. For me, it's the baseline is he beats the Lions all the time. But now it's the cleanses and the trips to Hawaii and the greasy hair
And the toes.
and
Yeah,
all
pull
of
your
those
toes out.
things, man. Like, and look, just all of it, dude. You know what I'm saying? Just all of it bothers
I'm
me now.
immunized. I'm immunized.
Yeah, I'm immunized. Which actually, low key, I kind of
Smart.
like that.
That was smart.
That's smart.
because the media got so pissed because they got a curveball thrown by him right there.
Wicked smart.
Yeah,
Wicked smart. He got him.
and nobody questioned it. And so the media went in attack mode because they're bitter that he fooled them.
Yeah.
See, like if I were a writer, I would have wrote a column and said, "Hey, Aaron, you threw one by me on that one.
Yeah.
Congratulations."
Caught me looking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honorable mention for myself, Tony Parker. Partly
Tony
because
Parker.
of that Spurs series, and then also he was banging my dream girl at the time, Eva Longoria, and cheated on her too. I was like, damn, you like stole my dream girl, and you like cheated on her, like dog.
Can't trust the French.
Can't trust the French, dude. We gotta get rid of the Statue of Liberty. Something's in
The
there.
away fan also says Marc-Andre Fleury, Spearwalker 77, Scottie Pippen. You know what? I'm not a Scottie Pippen guy either. Really, really don't like him a lot, but I don't have a lot of respect for him either. You know what I'm saying?
The best Scottie Pippen story is about Future. He didn't
man.
take a picture with Future when Future was a kid. Scottie refused to take a picture, so Future banged Scottie's girl later in life. Make sure you're nice to everybody, because you never know when it'll come back to
You never
haunt
knew he was gonna bang her wife.
Yeah. It's legendary. That's like the most legendary Future story ever.
David Ortiz is getting a lot of slander as well. So AC Patrick Mahomes' brother.
Yeah, he's up there.
That's a rough one too, man.
Jackson Mahomes and his wife.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes' wife too is.
I agree.
Cringe fest.
fair.
One thing I do have a lot of respect for, though, is Planet Fitness. Right now, $0 down, $10 a month. Get you access to your home club and a Planet Fitness membership, no matter where you are. There's a Planet Fitness nearby. Over 2,000 Planet Fitni around the world. Check out that Black Card option as well. $22.99 a month, less than $1 a day, and you get it all. Everything Planet Fitness has to offer with your Black Card membership. Join in club today. You're going to pass a couple on the way home. Just pull up on them and join there, or go to planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
6 dark corners, a driveway and a patio, 5 windows that could become doors. Every house has unique security challenges. Guardian Alarm has more tech, more team, and more ways to help keep them all safe. Get a professionally designed and installed security and smart home system from Guardian Alarm. Sign up today and get a free video device. Guardian Alarm. Smart, right from the start. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT.
Hey, it's Scott from the Woodward Bet Show. First and foremost, let's have a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend. And before we get into all that, you guys got to make sure you get over to that app store and download oddstrader.com today. It's the best place to check all the odds at all the sports books, live scoring, play-by-play updates, everything you need. And listen, for downloading, I'm going to give you a free play today. Let's take the Dodgers minus 1.5 against Madison Bumgarner and the Arizona Diamondbacks. That is oddstrader.com, Woodward Bets. Check it out.
Our friends at Alta Equipment know that when it comes to getting your job done and completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. That's why Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction. With the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan, there's nothing your project can't throw at you that Alta can't handle. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today. Alta Equipment, where uptime matters.
Back out of here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, EZ in for DMAC. We got Sam Flannel, we got Spencer Raxter. See our guy Sean Jordan from Sports Marketing Agency rolling through the studio as well. Happy to see him here in the building. But we're talking about who do you hate that you have a direct connection to? MSU Detroit fan Dennis Rodman while on the Bulls. I didn't.
Why?
I didn't.
No?
I don't know why. Because I hated Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was number 2 for me.
Dennis Rodman did enough for us. You can't hate him. Got us 2 championships.
Yes, and it did hurt. I was heartbroken a little, but I wasn't mad at him.
Were we actually competing with the Bulls at that time? Like, were we meeting them in the playoffs?
No, we had run our course.
Okay,
that was our teal uniform era. That was when we got knocked down to teal uniforms, and Joe Dumars had to come save the entire franchise.
Shout out.
Again.
Shout out.
You know, I'm surprised Claude Lemieux didn't get any play.
I think D-Mac's kind of flipped that narrative.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to say. You think the whole D-Mac and sit-down thing, like,
100%.
open people's eyes?
Because Spencer, that's all you have to do in the world, man.
Yeah.
Is stand up and speak your piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't run from it. Don't ignore it. Anything like that. Here's what I was thinking. Here's why I did what I did. You know, time moves on.
Also
D-Mac got the
surprised, like,
revenge,
Steven
too.
Jackson didn't. I mean, they didn't really beat us or anything, but, you know, that's... A lot of people hate on Steven Jackson and Ron Artest for Mel's
fair.
fouls.
Yeah, I bet that one guy's jaw really hates on Steven Jackson.
He got folded.
Did he get paid out of that at all? Or no?
He had to. If he didn't get paid, he has the worst lawyer on the planet.
I don't know how that all. I forget how that all shaked out.
Still don't. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head if he did or not.
Yeah, come to find out, that dude wasn't too great of a dude either.
Yeah,
magic, but really weird.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, exactly. So so that's what it is. Marty Brodeur getting some stuff on there. Paul Pierce.
Ooh.
Paul Pierce.
Duke Nukem says, I rooted for Rodman his whole career. I did too, which was a direct... I wanted Rodman to get 30 rebounds a game for the Bulls, and the Bulls lose at the buzzer. Jordan missed the shot.
AC fan is a good one. As an MSU fan, I hate Devin Bush. And when Devin Bush went in the middle of Spartan Stadium, went onto the Spartan helmet and was ripping it up with his feet. That was such a loser move.
Yeah,
what a chump move.
That was disrespectful.
How'd that game turn out?
Yeah. How'd the next 5 turn out?
No, I know, but we're talking about Devin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's another reason. That's why that instills the hate even more.
I mean, it's like the Baker flag thing. I mean,
No, it's way different. If he would have planted the Michigan flag in the middle, I wouldn't have been.
It would have been the same thing. You would be bitter AF still.
You
still be
yes,
bitter.
you
Dude,
would. Sam Flannel, would you be? Would you be? Is it the same thing?
I actually think the flag planting is worse. And to just piggyback off of that,
Slappy.
Maybe so. But I'm going to piggyback off of that flag planting with Baker Mayfield. You know what was sweet for me? Some sweet revenge. Remember that Monday Night Football game where the Browns played the San Francisco 49ers and Nick Bosa just was in Baker Mayfield's ass all day? I think he sacked him 2 or 3 times. And after one of the sacks, he kind of does a celebration where he kind of fake and mock plants a flag. And that was beautiful.
That was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Gromit0237 on YouTube chat thread. I just finished putting flags at families' graves. Remember those who have fallen for the freedoms that we all enjoy. Have a glorious Memorial Weekend. Appreciate that, Gromit, as well. And big thanks to your family members, too, for their service. Remember that, too. I do make it a point to do that in between Gypsy vodkas and sodas. I mean, through all this and all the golf and all the drinking and all the barbecues and mowing the lawn and doing all that stuff, there is a reason for the day off.
That's what it's all about.
Just a couple thoughts, man.
For sure.
Just a couple thoughts. Say, hey, appreciate y'all out there doing the thing. That's why it was really cool to be at the golf outing yesterday for the Michigan Heroes Museum. And I'll tell you this too, and this isn't, I'm not compensated or anything. If you haven't been to the Michigan Heroes Museum, this is a good time to talk about that up there in Frankenmuth. They honor all the people that have served from the state of Michigan. It is, if you haven't been, It's very cool. Just slide by there. Take 2 hours and slide by there and check it out to keep it in the spirit of the Memorial Day weekend. Harley Fife says, I think they're still hating on Claude because he never apologized to Chris Draper, but I respect him as a man, I guess. So,
I respect him for what he said.
Big Play Jay says Kelly Stafford. Every time you think you're free.
You think...
every time you think you're free.
Big Play Jay is a pretzel in disguise. That's the whole thing.
Every time you think you're free.
That's a good answer.
That's Wetzel Pretzel's burner account.
Every time you think you're free, it wiggles its way back in there. So,
Is Jared Goff on your list, Spencer? The most hated athlete?
No, I don't hate him. I just know what he is, which is trash. I don't hate him. Like, he hasn't done anything to me.
Yeah.
That's a good segue. I heard them talking about this yesterday on the morning show, on Morning Woodward show. Chris Sims came out with his quarterback rankings, and I know like people around town were using it as like a hot button topic and stuff like that. Chris Sims had Jared Goff at number 30, right?
Yep.
It's Chris Sims, and I think that the old take tracker has proven Chris Sims to be
easy.
Pretty much, he has a winning percentage that Easy has with his takes.
Yeah.
But then again, and my thing is twofold, though. There's a lot of Neal guys on that list right there between 26 and 30, namely number 26 in Jameis Winston and number 29 in Tua. Tua's a hot-button topic. I'll die on the Tua hill later on as NFL season gets closer. We'll line that all up. Is Goff really 30? I feel like he's not 30. In a league full of terrible quarterbacks, he's not 30, is he, Easy?
He's not far from it if he's not. But, Jameis Winston and Mitchell Trubisky being over him, that's laughable, in my opinion, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, Mitchell Trubisky
Well, maybe
especially.
Mitchell Trubisky, but Jameis is a better quarterback than Goff.
I can't even really say that, man. Jameis is like an interception machine. Like, that's why he's so, polarizing. You know what I'm saying? This dude throws for 50,000 yards, but he also throws for 50 interceptions at the same time.
He was the first 30 and 30 guy, which is that's impressive.
Those guys, Marcus Mariota, that's debatable. And Marcus has been a backup at certain points in his career. Like, to have him over him at this point, too, is still kind of crazy. The Tua, I think Jared Goff's better than Tua Tagovailoa, if I'm being honest with you. Especially if we're considering a health, especially. Tua hasn't even been, on the field enough to earn that ranking over Jared Goff, in my opinion. Let alone Jared Goff having a Super Bowl run and stuff like that, with the Rams. It's tough, man. But he's not far from 30, if we're being honest.
Dave Schultz said it best, and this is the egregious. And I'm not going to get bent out of shape about a list that Chris Sims puts out. Dave Schultz says Goff is better than Danny Dimes for sure. When are we done with Daniel Jones? When?
To be fair, what's he got? He's really not much to play with over there.
Can I see the list one more time?
Yeah.
So I'll put you on the spot a little bit there, Spencer. I apologize,
No,
but
good. I'm just trying to find the ones under him real fast on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the guys under him right now.
Daniel Jones that's egregious, dude. Daniel Jones is. Name me a time Daniel Jones has shown that he's a capable player in the NFL. Name me a time.
And fell.
Name me a time.
He had that one run against the Eagles, I think 2 years
That one
ago.
run.
And he tripped and fell.
It was like a 70-yard run. Yeah, it was like someone sniped him from in the nosebleeds. The names under him, we got Trey Lance, which whatever. We haven't really seen him on the field. Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, Tyler Huntley, which, by the way, Tyler Huntley played very well last year in place of Lamar Jackson. I think it's kind of discrediting him to have him that low. All right, this list is actually kind of crazy. Davis Mills, which obviously that's fair. Tyrod Taylor, fair. Gardner Minshew, fair. Teddy Bridgewater, is he worse than Jared Goff? Better?
Did you just? Yeah. You know what's funny to me though? You know what's funny about the Daniel Jones things though, is the writings on the wall, right? When you go get Tyrod Taylor, because when you bring Tyrod Taylor on your roster, what ends up happening?
He's going to be their quarterback for a year. They're going to draft a new guy.
Yep.
Tyrod Taylor's going to get a mysterious injury. The new guy's going to take over and be a franchise quarterback.
They're going to puncture his lung.
Yeah.
That's the craziest.
Oh, he severed his foot. Whoops.
Wash, rinse, repeat with Tyrod. If you're a quarterback in the NFL,
he's a quarterback killer,
and your team signs Tyrod Taylor, you know.
Yeah.
It's over.
You know it's over for you.
Yeah.
And this is for Chris Sims to say that Daniel Jones is a 21st best quarterback in the NFL, even further discredits him. Chris Sims is the easy of NFL takes. Easy is Chris Sims. Chris Sims is easy.
I don't know about that. To be honest, I think Chris Sims has been right in a couple takes too, though, to be fair. Some of the hot takes that he's thrown out there, which, to be fair, like there are like younger players he's yet to be proven wrong on, but I'm going to do some digging, though. I'm going to do some Googling to see times he's been wrong, times he's been right, but we'll see.
Tristan Klein on our YouTube chat thread says, I love Tyrod, honestly, ever since high school. And there is like a small faction of Tyrod Taylor people. You notice that, Sam Flannel?
I'm one.
Oh, yeah. The Tyrod people, they think that he's a franchise. I think some people actually think he's a franchise quarterback, and he's decent, but he's that guy that'll get you maybe 3,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, 6 picks. That's about all he is. He's about, to me, he would be about the 27th best quarterback in the NFL. Perpetually.
Daniel Jones is not an NFL quarterback.
I don't know, man.
He's not an NFL quarterback. Far, he is a turnover factory. He should be in the USFL. He should have been the first pick in the USFL.
Shea Patterson got cut.
He did get cut.
Yeah,
by the way, in case you guys missed that, Shea Patterson, the number 1 overall pick. Yes, I know it was by position, so calm down. The number 1 overall pick in the USFL was scissored 6 games in.
Scissored.
You need to cut it.
Yeah, so, just remember that, by the way. Daniel Jones is not an NFL quarterback, ma'am.
Let me ask you this, though, with the Jared Goff stuff. Do you think he's better than Jameis Winston?
Who?
Jared Goff.
If I had to, now this has layers to it to me. If I have to win a game, I'm taking Jameis Winston. Because if I get good Jameis, I'm going to win that game no matter what. Now, granted, if I get bad Jameis, I'm going to lose that game no matter what. But that's my nature, though. I'm gonna flip the coin on it.
You want to go through these guys above him when we come back? Like if you take Goff over any of them?
Yeah,
Mitch
we can do
Trubisky,
it.
Mariota. It'd be fun.
Every time I feel like I'm vibing with AC, he has a take like this. I would take Jones over Noodle Arm Tua. AC, you don't really believe that. I know you don't really believe that.
Dude,
Come on, EZ, give it to me. Give me the fuel. Give it to me.
It's just not that far apart. Like Tua's done nothing special, man. He's just been there. He really has done nothing special at all to warrant any type of special
68% completion rate and 13-8 record as a starter.
It's the same type of 68 completion that Goff
13-8 as a starter.
It's the same performance that was Goff last year in the last 4 games.
Oh, I missed when Goff went 13-8.
Dude,
as a starter over the last 21 games. I missed that. I missed that part.
Time will tell, though.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Tua is. I would take Tua right now. You guys know this, but that's the way I work. I would also take some Gypsy vodka. Look, if you have to do a show with EZ and listen to his takes, you're going to be mentally fatigued. You're going to be mentally worn down. You want to relax. When I get done with the show today, I want to relax. Gypsy vodka is going to be the play on the golf course. Give the mulligan a spin. That's right, made by the fine folks at Gypsy Vodka. Lemonade, iced tea, and vodka mix. All the different flavors on there. You guys know what it is. Don't forget about the old standby for me. Gypsy Vodka. It's in the liquor cabinet at home right now, ready for the weekend. When you're on the golf course or hanging out, the mulligan is calling your name. Ask for the mulligan at your local golf course or scoop some up at a Total Wine store near you. Support locally made Gypsy Vodka. At Sport by name, it's Gypsy Vodka. As always, drink responsibly.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. We brought back some of the classic breakfast items like the strawberry French toast, hot cakes, and waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try our new strawberry bacon chicken wrap. Crispy chicken wrap, nacho wrap, or strawberry salad. The perfect recipe for springtime. And don't forget to grab dessert, including our berry delicious strawberry pie for only $1.99 with the purchase of $7.99 or more at participating Big Boy locations.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Fulling Warehouse in Hamtramck. You know it. You've heard about it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Fulling. Multiple things you can do: host your corporate party, team building event, or just come in with your family and friends and have a good time. 2 different ways you can play. They got $12 open unlimited play. You can stay there all day, open to close, have a good time. Or they have private lane reservation, 10 to 12 people, $120. Have a great time, have your own lane. You know they've got the $2 mystery beer vending machine. Put in $2, pops out a good beer. No hassle, no fuss needed. Know what you want to make a decision. They have multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So come on down and check them out in person in Hamtramck, or visit them online at fullingwarehouse.com. Again, that is fullingwarehouse.com.
Off and running, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, EZ here in the house for D-Mac. We got Sam Flannel, we got Spencer Raxter as well, and we're just chopping it up. And I'm sad that I lost this one. Somebody said it very well, and my apologies that I can't get back to it.
R.I.P.
To who it was. We're talking about Jared Goff being the 30th ranked quarterback, or is he the 25th ranked quarterback, or is he the 20th quarterback? It is kind of comical when you think about it, right?
Yeah, it's bad. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. But if coaching is what we want it to be, it might not matter as much as we think.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. at a championship level, it's definitely going to matter. But, like, I mean, Jared Goff's won divisions. He's competed for divisions, and now out in L.A. with great coaching. Now, I'm not saying that Dan Campbell's that level of coach, but, I mean, we're hoping for it. We all kind of have high expectations for him and Ben Johnson. But the names in this list, I mean, the Mitch Trubisky one, that's the one that, like...
The Daniel Jones one, to me.
Yeah.
That's the egregious one.
See, like, Daniel Jones has looked decent at times, though.
When?
He has.
When?
Last year. I mean, he's had his moments. I just said last year.
Give me the moment. Describe the moment to me.
You tell me
Describe
the
moment. When he threw his 50,000 interceptions that he's thrown throughout the court, the fact that he's been a turnover factory pretty much every game he's ever played. Now, you go ahead and tell me the moments that he was good, that he, quote-unquote, looked good. No. Hurry up. Get on that computer. Go.
You didn't say anything. You said 50,000 interceptions. That's not giving a moment. That's BSing it and trying to pass the ball. Tell me the time he's been bad. He's looked decent at times. That team is garbage. New York has been bad.
The team's garbage because he's not good.
It's not all his fault, man. They literally just had a coach firing. That guy what was his name? The coach that is fired?
Joe Judge.
Joe Judge. Jokes. Like laughing stock stuff coming out.
I know. Like Daniel Jones playing quarterback.
No, like the offensive lineman coach punching like players and like equipment managers and stuff like that. Like it's a poorly run organization right now. Maz will tell you, and he's a diehard Giants fan. You know he loves the New York teams.
Yeah,
but
the main reason it's poorly run is because they have people in place that draft Daniel Jones.
I mean, I'm just not I'm not closing the book on him. But that team's kind of garbage. That's all I'm saying. Especially like if you're not gonna defend Tua Tagovailoa and then like I don't know abuse Daniel Jones like that. I think that's kind of wild.
Because Tua wins games at better than a 60% clip when he starts them.
I mean that's cute, but
what else are we talking about then, EZ? What else are we talking about? That's cute that he wins over 60% of his games. Yeah, that's quote cute. But Daniel Jones has played well.
Do you watch it? Like, are you like watching these games? You speak on Tua Tagovailoa like that? Like, dude's close to. He's low on this list for a reason. He's not good. And speaking of, you talk about Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor moving to New York, being like the QB killer, the QB assassinator. It's almost a sign. Guess who just got signed to Miami? Teddy Bridgewater. He's in that same class. He's in the same class of bridge QB. Guy coming over to take your job until the next guy comes in.
Daniel Jones played well last year. Had stretches where he played well last year.
I say he's looked good at times. And I also told you the New York Giants organization's been a S show. Then your response was he's throwing 50,000 interceptions.
Right. He's a turnover
Like you're just saying
factory.
he's bad. You're not like
Okay, I'll get you the numbers then.
Let's do it.
If you want the specifics.
right here.
This is great radio here. Hold on while it loads up. So his 45 touchdowns and 29 interceptions and 84 quarterback rating over the last 3 seasons. That's hype, bro. That's hype. 45 touchdowns in 3 years.
Dude, I'm not.
Less than a touchdown pass per game in today's NFL. Come on, Easy.
Dude, your boy Tua is not far behind him.
Come on, Easy.
Your boy Tua is not far behind him. 10 interceptions last year to 16 touchdowns. That's good. That's the guy you're hype on.
Yeah, what did they do last year?
That's
They won games,
minus-
man.
Come on, dude.
Made plays to win games, bro.
16 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Didn't even play a whole season. Like Tua's
Right.
not good. For you to be bashing Daniel Jones, I'm not like trying to defend Daniel Jones, tell you he's a good quarterback, but like for you to be like dunking on him like this and then defend Tua Tagovailoa, like come on, dog.
Chef Chris Smith, what is Easy talking about? Shaking my head. Duke Nukem, Easy, you're making this unwatchable.
That's fine.
Robert says, Neal, Easy ignores math.
How am I ignoring math? That's an ignorant statement. I'm just adding like I'm
Dave
giving you
Schultz,
the
Danny
numbers of the guy you
Dimes,
want to defend.
Danny Dimes QBR last year 41.5. Super Juggernaut 87. You like Jameis Winston's 30 interceptions though? Yes, because I know I'm not out here saying Jameis Winston is good. I'm saying I enjoy the Jameis Winston experience as a viewer. It's entertaining. As opposed to when Daniel Jones plays and the game is 19-7 every single week and the Giants lose. That is not entertaining. Jameis, entertaining. 42-35 losses with Jameis throwing 5 picks. Entertaining. That's fun. 45 QBRs are not fun. But go on, tell me. In a season where he had a QBR of 45, tell me the good stretches, Easy, please.
Did you look at your boy Tua's QBR? Or you're confident he's shouting that 45 out? Because it was 49 last year, right? Along with the double-digit interceptions? Mm-hmm. Come on, Neal. Stop it.
Did he win games?
Dude.
Did he win games?
Is football a team sport?
Did he win games? Yeah, it's a quarterback.
Yes.
It's football
Yes.
quarterback-driven sport.
Did LA win games with Jared Goff?
Is football a
Did LA win
quarterback-driven sport?
Did
Yes,
LA
it
win games with
is.
Jared Goff? And they went to the Super Bowl, right?
Scott Klingler, I would take Winston over Dimes.
That's fair.
9 drinks. Get him, Neal. AC says, okay, Neal, I'm wrong. You changed my mind. There you go.
Like you're using the same argument as like Jared Goff fans. Do you think Jared Goff's a good quarterback? He's won games at 60%.
He's better. He's better than Daniel Jones. Jameis Winston's better than Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, it may be the worst starting quarterback. He is the worst starting quarterback in the NFL.
Dude, come on, man.
I think Davis Mills is probably worse than Daniel Jones.
Davis Mills actually had some moments last year.
He did.
Rookie year, though.
But Tua had no moments, right?
He had no moments. No. What do you mean? Tua has never looked special in the NFL at all at any point.
Except when he wins over 60% of the games.
Those aren't moments. Those are team moments, Neal.
Okay.
Did you watch the game when they beat the Ravens last year? That was unwatchable. I wanted to take my eyeballs. It was a Monday Night Football game, too. That was horrible. It was horrendous. It was probably just behind the Pittsburgh Steelers-Lions game. I don't understand. Do you think Tua's good? You're telling me Tua's good?
I believe in Tua that he will get the Dolphins to the playoffs next year. Yes.
Okay. What do you think about Jared Goff? Is Jared Goff good?
Compared to Daniel Jones, yes.
Compared to Tua.
Compared to Tua,
who would you rather have, Jared Goff or Tua?
I would rather have Tua right now.
Jesus, come on, dude. Are you kidding me?
No.
Are you kidding me?
Easy. I know that you're not capable of thinking like this, right? Like
okay.
you've proven this.
Yes.
many
explain
times.
Your logic in this one because I'm lost on it.
Okay, so you right now,
I want your thinking.
No, you right now, as it sits, would rather have Jared Goff at $31-ish million a year.
Given the cap space.
Over Tua at $3.3 million. So you're telling me Jared Goff is 10 times the quarterback that Tua is?
We're not talking about how much they're paid, Neal. We're talking about the skill set. Are we not? Did I ask you? I asked you thought Jared Goff was good.
You asked me who I would take, and I explained you the rationale as to why.
Okay, take out the money. I'm talking about.
Okay, take out the money. Yeah, take out the money.
I'm talking about skill set. You think Tua Tagovailoa is better than that much better than Jared Goff? Marginally better than Jared Goff?
I don't think Jared Goff is 10 times better than Tua. No.
But do you think he's better than Tua, skill set wise?
No, I would say that Tua is a much more accurate passer than Jared Goff. Much more accurate.
And that's you'd rather go. All right.
And I go by silly things like percentages with that. I know that doesn't enter into your stratosphere, Easy. I know that you can't relate to that. Can't understand that.
You're talking out of your ass, Neal. You don't even look at the numbers before you say that kind of stuff. Tua's not great, bud. Especially when compared to Jared Goff. Like, what are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about the fact that math dictates that he's a much more accurate passer.
Let's see.
That's not my opinion.
Okay.
That's math.
That's math. They both throw 67%.
That's math.
That's out of your ass math because they both throw for the same percentage. 67% for Tua Tagovailoa, 67% for Jared Goff. Not to mention Jared Goff's 4,000 throwing season in the Super Bowl and all that, the winning games, like actually winning games, not finishing sub 500.
So when he was on the Rams with the Super Bowl, we're going to take that. You asked me for the
So
Lions.
that's
You
what
asked
I'm
me
saying.
for the Lions right now.
Yeah.
Where they are right now, I would take Tua over Goff, yes.
Consider
For
the contracts, for sure.
$3.3 million.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you would take him too?
With the contracts, yes.
Oh, okay.
But skill
Then what did we
set-wise-
just spend the last 10 minutes talking about?
Talking about skill set, like I just said when I introduced you to the
And
topic.
then you
who
ended
do
up,
think is
what did you
better?
end up saying?
I
I'll
said,
take Tua.
I said, who do you think is better? Not how much you think this guy's
No.
paid.
That's not the question. That's never the question. Who would you take?
But it literally was the question.
No, who would you
Like,
take?
quite
I would
literally.
take Tua.
In the most literal sense was the question. Who do you think is better?
Yeah, and I said
You
I would
think
take
Tua's
Tua,
better? Okay.
and then you ended up
Okay.
saying, oh, I would take Tua too.
And then you said,
so what are we talking
but
about?
mine's based off numbers. They
Yes.
both throw the same completion percentage. Like what world? What the hell?
Because he makes 10 times the money Tua makes?
Exactly. But again, we were talking skill set. Who was better?
So you ended up saying you would take Tua, right?
No.
You didn't just say that. Sam, can we get the audio of that? Did he not just say that?
You did say that.
You
Yes,
did say
but
that. Okay,
considering
thank you.
the money, but I said who is better.
Oh, okay.
This guy, dude.
Okay.
What the hell is going on right now?
But if you
Did I
give,
not ask him who was better? Take out the money.
Now you said who would you take? Was the original question is who would you take, Tua or Goff?
I feel like we should run that one back.
you know, if you give Tua a long-term deal, though, in a couple years, you are out of your mind. So eventually,
No doubt. No doubt. Is he a $40 million guy?
No.
No. Is Lamar I love Lamar Jackson at $2.1 million. He won an MVP. One of the best values that we've seen in the NFL in the last 15 years. Dollar for dollar.
oh, absolutely, but he's
Not at $45 million a year.
absolutely not. No.
What are we talking about here, guys? What are we talking about?
I mean, I'll back Easy up. I think Tua is absolutely terrible. And like I said before, Easy, let me help you out. In his first 5 wins last year, his defense gave up 16, 10, 17, 10, and 9. It's a lot easier to be a quarterback when your defense is that good and gives up below 20 points in all of those games. Then another win, they gave up 3. So Tua could literally lead his team to 2 field goals and win that game. It's easier to do a job at quarterback when your defense gives up so few points. That's all I'm saying. And Easy, I think you'd back me up on that.
No, I'm with you. That's my point in bringing up Jared Goff. Guy literally went to the Super
But then
Bowl.
you ended up saying I would take Tua instead of Goff today.
With the money, yes, Neal. But
Okay.
I'm asking you skill set.
Skill set, the money is what matters because that's how they keep track,
Okay,
Easy.
but the
That's how they
literal
keep
question-
track of everything.
the literal question,
you get
like this is
you get
quarterback
X amount of
rankings.
money to spend.
This is
Build
quarterback
your team.
rankings, right? Quarterback rankings based off quarterback skills, not their contracts or anything else. Skill set for skill set, I honestly probably leaning towards Jared Goff.
Oh well, then I would take Aaron Rodgers.
Well, we didn't ask you.
No, I'll
We didn't ask
take
you
Aaron
that one.
Rodgers then, or Tom Brady on my team personally.
We asked you between Jared Goff and Tua Tagovailoa.
Well, but money doesn't matter, so I'll take Aaron Rodgers.
But that's literally not in the equation.
No, I'll take Aaron Rodgers.
You don't win arguments. You just take them like weird.
no.
Like you're just,
No, I'll
I don't
take
know
Aaron
what the hell you're
Rodgers.
doing.
Money doesn't matter, so I'll take Aaron Rodgers. Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast titled This is the F Word helps spread awareness of fentanyl and other addictions that are a big-time problem in our community right now. Go to thesportsma.com. The Sport SMA if you're struggling. If you know someone else who is struggling as well, the Sports Marketing Agency, they're here to help.
We all know Cade should have been Rookie of the Year. But you know the saying, Detroit versus everybody.
Uh-oh. Cunningham all by himself.
Woodward Sports.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Neal Ruhl here for OddsTrader. OddsTrader.com, the #1 site for all your game day bets. You can get play-by-play updates, live scores, and bet tracking. All you got to do, download the OddsTrader app from the App Store today. Get you the best price on every game. That's key, everybody. Don't give anything away. Sign up offers for multiple sports books as well. You can find out all that information at oddstrader.com. Player stats, key game stats, they're all available at oddstrader.com. Use the bet tracker to keep track of all of your bets and what's working for you, all your betting activity at oddstrader.com. Pulling up on the second hour of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, easy in here for D-Mac. I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to stand it, though. We got Sam Flannel, we got Spencer Raxter as well. Happy to have you along for the ride. Chef Chris Smith. Neal, how can you argue with someone who likes the Pistons' teal uniforms? I don't know. I can't help it. I can't help it. But, it's fun, man. That's what this stuff's all about.
You want to do like a quick little exercise real quick? I was curious what your answer would be.
Sure.
All right. You tell me which quarterback you'd rather have.
Uh-huh.
No contracts involved, just based off like what I'm about to give you, this information. The numbers, right? The numbers you love so much, the facts.
No, because you can't tell me no contracts involved because that dictates value.
I just want to ask you.
No, you can't. I can't answer that question for you. In a salary cap game, the contract's valuable.
Because this is QB-A and QB-B. They have the same contract.
They have the same contract.
Yep, they're both on $1. They're both paying $1 a year. All right? QB-A, 16 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 67% completion.
Mm-hmm.
QB-B, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 67% completion.
No, they sound roughly similar.
Oh.
They're pretty much the same. So, yeah, they should make the same
which one
money.
would you rather have?
Either or. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
They're pretty much the same, right?
The guy with 3 less touchdowns and 2 more interceptions.
Oh, so we're dying on the hill over 3 less touchdowns.
Yeah, because touchdowns win games.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know if the point of the game is to score
How
more
about give me the
points.
touchdowns per game, easy? Like we can do this part of it too. Touchdowns per game.
If you get touchdowns per game. One guy played 13 games, the other guy played 14.
Okay.
Which one you want? QB-A or QB-B?
They're roughly the same. It doesn't matter.
This guy. He just doesn't want to take L's.
No, like
That's all
it's
cool.
justified that they make the same amount of money because they put up pretty much the same stats.
I get the game.
Whose contract's cheaper? That would probably dictate which one I go.
Neal's scared to get dunked on. It's all right. It just happened already, though.
Scared to get dunked on. By what?
Yourself.
By, which one of these do you want? The peanut butter and jelly sandwich with grape jelly or the peanut butter and jelly sandwich with strawberry jelly? I don't care, Easy. They're the same. It's both a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
This guy's so much better. Look at the completion percentage. Exact same.
Makes 10 times less money.
All right. Again, the question.
I'm sorry, Easy, that you can't get on that level of thought, Easy. I'm sorry.
We took money out of the question.
That's okay.
We're doing QB rankings, not contract rankings.
Oh, but that's stupid because that's how they keep track of everything, Easy.
It's not how they keep track of everything. At that point, Trey Lance would be below him. There's so many rookie contracts.
Somebody help me.
What's up?
Somebody help me here.
There's no help for you.
Help me here, Spencer.
Yeah.
Because contracts don't matter, I was just told.
This is quarterback rankings, not contract rankings. What in the hell is happening right now?
Yeah.
There's a difference between what quarterback you would rank higher and what quarterback you would take for the money value. And I think what Easy's doing with this exercise is just like what quarterback is better. What quarterback would you take in a vacuum? I know life doesn't work in a vacuum, but putting all the contract stuff in it kind of takes the fun out of just a regular conversation about who's a better quarterback. So Easy, for that, I understand what you're doing.
I'm going back to Sweden after this.
Well, yeah, when you flying back, and people want to know that right now. They're saying Robert says it's time for how sweet it is with Easy. You want to give a breakdown? What's going on in this? What's the word in the streets over in Sweden right now?
We're still scouting. We're still going over stuff. We need some time to digest over whatever the hell just happened with the whole ranking quarterbacks and then bring it to contracts and stuff like that. We're still recovering from that one.
To be fair, you said who would you rather have, not who do you think is better.
Okay, but we're going off a quarterback's rankings list, right? We're not considering contract. We're just pound for pound, which quarterback is better. But, and to be fair, I quite literally said take the money out of it. Like there's no like iffiness or vagueness about that.
Well, and it's Chris Sims. I think we all need to take a step back and say this is a Chris Sims ranking.
No, for sure.
So, you know, we do have that. We do have that going for it. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's Chris Sims, so certainly we have to take it with a grain of salt. I did want to touch on this too. Aaron Glenn seems to be being groomed, I guess, for that. You know, he's going to be that hot name in the coaching search. Inevitably, when somebody gets fired in the NFL this year, the math says there'll be anywhere from 4 to 8 of them that get gassed this year. Aaron Glenn, there's a lot of talk about him. He was interviewed by the Saints last year. I know Dan Campbell had some sound on Aaron Glenn, right, Spencer?
Yep, yeah, we got it right here from our own Corey Woods.
It's huge. It's huge. I kind of said this. I probably didn't say it to you guys, but when all this was going on, and everything with New Orleans, because I thought that was he was gonna be gone. I was gonna be happy as hell for him. I would, but the thought of losing him is like, I just had this feeling of like I was gonna be walking around with any pants on, So I would say that not having AG. There is a comfort level. So I think that pretty much says it all.
And that was Dan Campbell talking about, and that was funny. Some people got some chuckles about that. And, for the Lions, I think the day is coming soon, though, EZ, where Aaron Glenn's going to be moving on.
Oh, yeah. Could be as soon as next year. It almost happened this offseason. Truthfully, we're being honest. Especially if we're going in next year and we win the 7 games. A lot of people are guaranteeing the 6.5, I think is where Vegas has us at. If we win those 10 games that some of the other people are saying, he's gone. And I'm nervous. I'm scared about it. I don't know that Dan Campbell is this great coach. I think he's a great leader. But in terms of coaching, X's and O's, calling plays, making decisions to win the game, I don't know that he's necessarily that. I mean, he's never actually been that. No one's ever attributed those attributes to him. But they have Aaron Glenn. They have Ben Johnson. They have Aubrey Pleasant. It's just scary. It is a scary thought. I mean, he's saying it out loud there.
So my question to this is and I know that, and I see this. Are we at the time, though, where maybe we do need to pump the brakes a little bit on Aaron Glenn? Because when you go through those defensive rankings last year, and I know, guys, everybody calm down. I know the roster's the roster, which further backs up my point. Anybody wants to say, Neal, you're crazy, look at the roster he had, which only further backs up my point about Brad Holmes, about how there's 2 jobs that had to be done, replenish the talent and fix the books, because Trey Flowers was such a central figure financially. I know we don't care about finances here on this show, apparently. I know we don't, but financially, Trey Flowers was such a huge part of what they did financially for this defense. I mean, what were they, the 28th ranked defense in the league last year, according to yardage given up? Has the Aaron Glenn thing happened kind of too fast?
No. I think you saw everything you needed to see last year, considering exactly what you said, the people that he did have. There were games, one-score games that we were in. There were, I think it was 6 straight weeks we held players or teams under 20 points. And if we had scored more than 20 points in those games, we would have won. And given, again, the roster that he was dealt with, that's insane. That's literally insane. He's a damn good defensive coordinator. And last year, the defense, the scheme they ran, I want to say it was a 4-3 Okie or a 3-4 Okie, whatever it's called. That wasn't in his repertoire when he was back with the Saints. That wasn't Dan Campbell's repertoire when he was with the Dolphins. At any point, anyone on that team, that wasn't a defense they genuinely ran. They just had to use what they could to maximize the talent they had. I couldn't think of another word. I apologize. But no, he was just doing the best he could with what he had. And to be honest, he did pretty good. If you're talking about yards, yards mean nothing to me. The stuff that I like is turnovers.
Do points mean anything to you?
Points mean stuff. Yeah.
Okay, because they were second to last in the league in points allowed.
Yeah, and that's tough too, man. When your quarterbacks turn over the ball every 13 seconds, he gets a chance, fumbling it, and you got backup quarterbacks in there doing the exact same thing. You're putting the other team in prime position to score points. But given what he had last year, I think he maximized that talent excellent. And you've seen it now. They're finally getting the guys they do like, and now you're seeing a scheme change, the stuff that they want to implement. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just utilizing what they have or catering to what they have or lack thereof. I think he's a good defense coordinator. We'll find out this year too.
Well, that's my question. So, are we? Motown Cool says, but how much does he get paid, Neal? LOL. Well, there's no cap with coaches, so you can pay them. I don't. Now we can talk about the who would you rather have thing, because money is not an option. So, that's what I want to know. Are we making too much of it? Because the numbers are damning last year. They're grim. I know that everybody's just kind of glossing over them and things like that, but they are still. Am I being a downer here, Spencer?
No, I mean everybody likes him. We're all saying he's great, but he hasn't really shown us on the field that his defense can be great, and that definitely, players definitely play a factor in the skill that he has to work with. But we'll see. Now that he has some skill in there, now that he has some
That's what
guys
we're told,
in there
right?
that should be able to make plays.
Now it's time to, as Rose, you know what Rick Ross would say in this situation.
Show us.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Show us. As you guys know, we broadcast the show live from the headquarters of Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in downtown Birmingham. Get off the air, slide on over there. Jess hooks it up every single time. Just a member of the army of talented stylists at Lady Jane's. I recommend that you roll in to Lady Jane's as well. They'll treat you like a king. They're open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Relax. Watch your favorite team play. Before you know it, your hair is game ready. Get to Lady Jane's. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Brandon Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
Glad that we can finally start trying to get the stigma off of mental health that's been there for all these years.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, we got Easy in for D-Max, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. You know the squad that we have up in here in a YouTube chat thread. Remember, you can get involved. Fire away your messages. Anything that you want to discuss on there. Lions Rumble 81. Lions have purged this roster and have gotten extremely younger and cheaper, Lions Rumble. I know that doesn't matter to Easy because money doesn't factor into the equation, but they are younger and they certainly are cheaper as well. The away fan wants to know, Easy, can you take us through a day of what you do when you're in Sweden? Bring us on the inside, especially as you get ready for the NHL draft.
First, what I'm saying, it just depends. Like, I wake up when I wake up. I'm not a big alarm guy. I kind of just let my body wake up. I think this is all a simulation. You know what I'm saying? Whenever the guy plugs in, whenever 13-year-old aliens playing a video game wakes up, turns me on, that's when I wake up.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta kick all the girls out the bed. You know what I'm saying? About 3 or 4 of them, depending on where we were the night before. After that, I probably head to the kitchen, see what kind of leftovers we got. I'm a leftover for breakfast type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no problem with that. If food's food. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what time it is.
Yeah.
What law says I have to eat eggs in the morning or cereal over a Salisbury steak? There's no rules in Sweden like that, all right? How sweet it is over there. All right? Salisbury steak for breakfast, have the girls cook it up. And then I turn on, the TV. Usually Good Morning Football is where I start. My girl, what's her name?
Good Morning Football.
Good Morning Football, yeah. That's where I started, you know what I'm saying? And I'll probably tune in a little bit of Morning Woodward show, see what kind of nonsense Adam's talking. And I just sit there and I ponder, what should the Pistons do in this draft? So I fire up 2K, start looking at some contracts. Well, what gets moved there.
Really? Why? Why do you check the contracts? Don't you just want to trade for just whoever's better?
Well, no, because those aren't QB rankings, right? Those aren't like rankings, pound for pound rankings. Like when I'm talking to like applies to the actual team, contracts matter for sure.
Oh, they do?
That's never debatable. Okay. Yeah, never a debatable thing. If I'm ranking players, contracts don't matter. No. But anyway, I won a quick championship with Kay Cunningham in his rookie year at the Detroit Pistons in 2K franchise mode. No big deal. Made a trade for Draymond Green. I think we grabbed Clint Capella too. He's actually a Swede himself. Fun fact. Yeah, won a chip. We beat the Memphis Grizzlies.
Is that true?
Yeah. Oh, he's from Finland, I think, maybe. Same area, same region. And then from there, man, we hit the ice. And we scout. You know what I'm saying? I get my binoculars.
He's Swiss.
Yeah, he's Swiss. He's Sweden, yeah, I tell you. Actually, that's why I made the trade. The girls were like, come on, just give him a chance. Just give him a chance. And I'm like, all right, ladies, I'll just do it. Shotgun the trade Killian Hayes for Clint Capella. Make it happen. We won the championship, so it's worth it. Screw Killian Hayes' rookie contract. You know, it's all about that chip. But then I hit the ice, and then I try to dissect the names on the back of the jersey so I know who's who. That's the toughest time. And that's why I have to find these ladies with me to do that.
So they can, like, translate or whatever?
Exactly. But we're still, you know what I'm saying, we're still riding through it. Like I said, I'm going back next week, and next week I'll come back with some names for you guys.
All right.
I'll make a commitment to it right now.
And as the NHL draft gets closer, we will, we'll have EZ on.
Yeah.
We will. Is that somebody calling you right now?
Tonya,
is that Drapes?
Tonya, will you make sure to put on my schedule to prospect the Swedish players? Shanks.
Why does he have a French accent all the time?
Yeah, that was definitely French.
Who said that she was Swedish? I was just calling Tanya. Come on, guys.
Rack says Swiss is not Swedish. LOL. I gotta know.
Why are you putting it on me? You're the one that confirmed it from the booth.
Spencer,
I said he was Swiss.
Can we get the YouTube poll up right now?
Yeah.
Is this entertaining right now? Are you guys entertained by EZ talking about Sweden? Should we keep this rolling or no? Live programming.
No. We should not keep this rolling.
But the people want it.
Things get graphic as the day go on. I'm with ladies all the time.
The people want to know. Do you talk with players, coaches, prospects?
No, I don't. I can't speak their language. Maybe I'll throw a couple signs at them.
Mike G says EZ sounds like Pepe Le Pew on crack.
No, Pepe Le Pew on cocaine.
Are you entertained by EZ in Sweden? We have to know. We have to know if the people are. So maybe we'll keep that rolling. Craig Campbell says EZ has me rolling right now. Rack says 100%. So the people want to know, man. 54% say yes, 46% say no. EZ Swiss accents have a lot of holes in them.
I have no clue how to do a Swiss accent. Can you? Do you have accents, Neal?
Do I have accents?
Like, I mean, pull out your pocket.
Yeah. I mean, you do the British thing or the Australian thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not quality
Swedish
by
hard.
any means.
Throw some shrimp on the bobby.
Yeah. Is that your Swedish accent, Spence?
No, that's Australian, bro.
All right, we have to update this one. Are you entertained by EZ? It's 50-50, so that means no, right?
That means no. Yeah.
That pretty much means no.
Wow.
All right, you can kill that one. Motown Cool says no, but it's way better than that quarterback debacle you guys
that was
just
awful,
did.
Man. My brain was melting in my head.
So it ended up 53% of the people said no. But no, we were talking about Aaron Glenn, and he does seem fast-tracked to be moving on, and my guess will be that's going to be sooner rather than later. There was another Lions-related thing that I wanted to touch on as well, because, and this is something I think it's important because it's going to dictate, I think, a big piece of what happens in the offseason. When you look at the pass catchers for the Lions and Jared Goff, you know what we did forget to do is the Jared Goff versus another quarterback. We forgot to do that. The poll. I don't know, Daniel Jones. Is that fair? He's a starter in the league. Do you guys want Jared Goff or Daniel Jones? We'll throw that one up in the background on our YouTube chat poll. Because I know EZ would rather have Daniel Jones because he's looked good. Those were his words.
Well, I want him because of contract, Neal.
No, I don't even. And he, even at his rookie deal, he's still way overpaid. Way overpaid. But anyway.
Can we see that list actually again real quick, Spence? Because I have one pulled up, but I don't have all the way up to Daniel Jones. Mine stops at like 20. Let me see. Hold on. Because we did never do that. We were supposed to go through the guys above him, say yes or no. Would you rather have them? when we
No, we can just move on. We'll do it with the poll and we'll roll on. So who would you rather have? I know that EZ's voting for Daniel Jones. I know he is.
The contract.
Chris Sims is.
The contract, baby.
Can somebody do a proxy vote for Chris Sims because he has him at 21, as opposed to that? No, but my question about the pass catchers for the Lions this year, and I think this is an interesting question. Who's going to have the best season? Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, Jameson Williams, or TJ Hawkinson? Your thoughts, Easy.
I'm going to say Brown. I think. And again, I'm not trying to bash Jared Goff, but I think at this point we kind of know he's limited skill set wise at throwing the football. I think you have guys like Jameson Williams and DJ Chark who take guys deep, and the guys that get all those underneath routes the same way they did last year's Amon-Ra St. Brown. He also has probably the most rapport as pass catching group. You could throw Josh Reynolds in there if you'd like, but I'm gonna go with Amon-Ra St. Brown or honorable mention. And I know you already mentioned him, but like if you're considering the receiving core, TJ Hawkinson, he's another guy who'd probably be on shorter routes. But that's actually another reason too I'd pick Amon-Ra St. Brown, because again he's a yak kind of guy. We see him run the football, break tackles to the end zone. TJ Hawkinson, damn good blocker. He doesn't get enough credit for it. I was watching some tape on him like last week, running the football.
Yeah, but the problem is you don't spend a top 10 pick on a tight end because of their pass blocking skills. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
Well, he's good at catching the ball too, though.
Right, but it's a make or break year for him too. See, because nobody's talking about him all of a sudden. I think after they signed the receivers they signed, and then certainly when they drafted Jameson Williams, everybody just kind of forgot about TJ Hawkinson, and it's go time for him, man.
Yeah,
it's money time for him.
No, for sure, this is it for him. But I like him. I like TJ Hawkinson. When healthy, he's a very serviceable to actually like very good tight end in the NFL. I think both, again, blocking and receiving, he's shown you he could do things. It's just if he can stay healthy and on the field.
Yeah, it's intriguing to me to see what they're going to do. And for TJ Hawkinson, this is a huge, huge year. And I'm kind of, where are you at, Sam Flannel, with TJ Hawkinson this year?
I think, like you said, it's a make or break year. But with TJ Hawkinson this year, I think he can actually have a really good impact, but not have like an astronomical amount of yards because there's only one ball on the field. And Jared Goff, I don't think he's going to spread it around and throw for 4,300 yards. But with TJ Hawkinson, what we drafted him for was to be Travis Kelce, Kittle, or Mark Andrews. And I've seen enough to see that he's not going to be that. So I don't know what all he can prove to me in year 4, but I think he can definitely be a really good piece on this team. But 700 to 800 yards is where I see him getting this year.
So then that goes back to it, right? Because the market on him is going to be about 13 to 14 million, maybe 15 million top end.
Yeah, and
you that ain't for you, is it, Sam Flannel?
13, 14, 15. That doesn't sound super high to me, but still, even with TJ Hawkinson, he would have to really show me something this year to where he could be maybe a top 5 tight end in the league. I don't see it happening, but he's got the talent, and he also has to stay healthy, which he can't do as well, which is another knock against him, because what's the best ability? Availability.
Bingo. And that's what it is too. And I think that there's this, I'm trying to think of a good way to put this with Hawkinson. And look, you guys know it was sobering. It was sobering what Sam Flannel just said, because I think we've lost sight of that. Where when TJ Hawkinson was drafted, that was the call. He was drafted where he was to be
Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Mark Andrews.
That's the resource that was used on him.
And he has certainly not been that. And I don't think he can become that. And that's sad to say, because you look at Kelce and Kittle and Andrews, these are guys that are integral pieces on good teams. And in the case of Travis Kelce, they won a Super Bowl. In the case of George Kittle, they got to a Super Bowl. And TJ Hawkinson, what do we want from him? To be our second, third, fourth best pass catcher? Unfortunately, I just don't think he's ever going to live up to his draft ranking.
Man, I think that's the forgotten thing. When they traded up to draft Jameson Williams, and it got by me, it got by everybody that was watching. That's big on TJ Hawkinson. I think that may tell you something about TJ Hawkinson. I'll tell you about summertime and Cintron, because now Cintron is available at your local Kroger store. You can pick some up the next time you are out there grocery shopping. Cintron's new energy drink for the active lifestyle. They're official partners with the Detroit Pistons, the Detroit Red Wings, Detroit City FC as well. They are the premium beverage for your lifestyle. Drink it, live it with Cintron.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Fresh, juicy, hormone-free chicken. Wingstop has the best traditional wings. Try our signature sauce, Jamaican jerk and lemon pepper. Wings are tossed to perfection in any sauce you pick. When the wings are this good, you're allowed to be a snob. Order online today at wingsnob.com. Wingsnob, we just have better wings.
Working our way through here, a Getaway Friday. That's right, Memorial Day weekend Friday. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us. Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, EZ here in the house. Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, and we've been chopping it up all day. Just kind of, just getting into it. And have we forgotten about TJ Hawkinson?
I think we have.
That's my question. But on both sides of that, because I think Sam Flannel proves his value yet again. Because Sam, I'll tell you this, man. You make me think a lot of times. You do with some of the things that you present. And that is something for me. I think enough time had passed. We forgot what he was drafted for. And I think we become complacent with him.
Oh, yeah. And we forget because – and also we don't even think about the fact that tight ends never get drafted that high. They never get drafted in the top 10. That was a pick that was considered questionable at the time. And people said it. You got to be Kelsey. You got to be Kittle. You got to be Mark Andrews in order to – live up to that. And even then, I remember most people were saying that a tight end at number 8, they could have went in so many other directions. They could have gotten an edge rusher, and they went with a tight end. And I think we would all agree TJ Hawkinson has not lived up to it, but he has seemingly gotten, I wouldn't say a pass, but forgotten about. And I wonder it was because it was a Bob Quinn pick.
To be honest with you, though, if we're looking at that draft class, player for player, pound for pound, he probably still lands within around like the top 10. Like you're looking at guys in the top 10 now, like Quinnen Williams, Colin Farrell, Devin White, your guy Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones
he's your guy.
You saying? He's still probably around that area. Like this isn't a great draft class. Noah Fant's in there. That's actually a good question. Who would you rather have, TJ Hawk or Noah Fant? But Noah
they're
Fant
pretty much the same dude.
Yeah, Fant struggles with health too. I'd say Fant's a better. Hawkinson's a better blocker for sure. I'm not gonna poo-poo on Hawkinson like that. I think I agree with you, right? You don't generally take tight ends that high unless you expect them to be those level of caliber of player. But given this draft class, that first round, he's probably right around that same area, pound for pound. Just being honest. And again, when healthy, he's looked special at times.
Elijah, well, when has he been, quote, special?
I mean, he had a Pro Bowl season.
Pro Bowl season. And the other thing, too, is like you're saying when, like, you also got to ask yourself, like, when was he truly given the opportunity? Like, I remember a couple, like, months ago, it kind of drove me crazy. I was trying to compare, like, him and Eric Ebron. Like, stat for stat, tick for tack. But it's like, dude, do you realize the quarterbacks that TJ Hawkinson's had? The Jeff Driscolls, the freaking whoever else started for him that year? Like, he only had Stafford healthy for, like, 1 year. Then after that, it was Mitch Match and now Jared Goff. Like, and he still produced better numbers if we're comparing him to Ebron at least. But I don't know, man. I think Brad Holmes actually may have come out and talked about wanting to extend him too. I just haven't seen, in terms of, obviously we don't know the numbers and details of that.
Well, it's going to be in that $10 million a year.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that, especially considering how much these pass catchers are getting paid nowadays. We saw Christian Kirk pay $25 million.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally willing to pay T.J. Hockenson $12.
You're not getting him for that though.
I think you'd get him for that because the top tight end in the league, I think, is paid $15.
No, north.
More?
No, yeah, north of that. We can pull the numbers on it.
Yeah.
What'd you have, Sam Flannel?
I just want to push back a little bit on the whole notion that he was the pick at 8. I think all of us on the desk would rather have Devin Bush, Rashawn Gary, or Brian Burns than TJ Hockenson. And if you remember at the time, those were guys that were all talked about for the Detroit Lions. Would you like to see that defense with any one of those 3 guys? Would they be better off right now? I think they would.
No, 1,000%. But I'm saying, like, if you were to rank these players like a redraft and skill set, he probably still falls around that pick 8. I'm saying if going in hindsight, the other teams had the
Captain Hindsight.
Captain Hindsight. The other teams had the knowledge
back, baby.
of guys like Devin Bush. They would have been taken before T.J. Hawk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, like, redraft, T.J. Hawkinson probably falls within, again, the 8 to 10 pick range is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd say more like 14 to 17. But I guess that's splitting hairs.
I completely disagree with that.
But a top 10 pick, that is a lot to do. Give
Chris Lindstrom, Dwayne Haskins, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Garrett Brad. These are none of the, you're not taking those guys over T.J. Hockenson. You're just not
taking Brian Burns. That's for damn sure.
Well, you know what else though? If you did take one of those guys, you don't have to debate giving him $15 million a year either.
Yeah, but I don't think he's getting 15. I mean, maybe on the market, but yeah, no, that is the highest paid tight end right now. George Kittle, 15 million.
Yep.
According to Spot Track. So like, I'm totally willing to pay T.J. Hockenson 12. If it's 15, I'll tell you what, damn, that hurts. And he has struggled with health. That's the one question I'd say you could for sure say about him. But that's still less than 25 to Christian Kirk.
See, but here's how this works, though, Easy. Because Kelsey's on one of those Chiefs cap-friendly deals right now where everything is really backloaded. Kelsey, when he's 36, the yearly cash on the books is $17.2 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you're not... When you negotiate these contracts, Easy, you're going into the future. Those are the numbers that you're pulling from.
For sure.
You're not getting him for $12 million because there'll be some other franchise that will step up. You know, like I don't know, who spends money irrationally, like a Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville, yeah.
You know, a Jacksonville Jaguars type will roll in and offer him $15 million a year. It's just, for
Bill
me...
Belichick loves to overpay tight ends.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're spending like $40 million on tight ends this year.
Yeah.
The Patriots, of all people. It's just, I think when they drafted Jameson Williams, was that looking back on it, I think it low-key kind of tells me that there might not be room at the inn for T.J. Hockenson anymore.
But I also think, in fairness, that Jameson Williams was a big-time prospect, and if he wouldn't have gotten hurt, he would have been drafted higher. So even if we take T.J. Hockenson out of the equation, I think Jameson Williams was the pick. But at the same time, having Jameson Williams, that really crowds up the pass-catching room. And like I said before, I think T.J. Hockenson can be impactful. I don't think he'll get 1,000 yards. I look at his high being between 700 and 800. Is that good enough for a top 10 tight end? I would probably say no. He can impact the game, but yeah, T.J. Hockenson, it's not going to go down as a good value draft pick, in my opinion.
So do you chase that then?
He's saying no.
Like give him 12 million or 13, 14, 15 million.
But see, here's the thing though. That does flip, right? Like once you're off the rookie deal, everything kind of resets because you're at the mercy of the market then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that once your rookie deal is over, you're no longer the 10th overall pick in the draft. You're an NFL free agent.
Yeah,
that stuff doesn't matter anymore.
And T.J. Hockenson has done enough, in fairness, that somebody is going to overpay for him. But do we want it to be the Lions? That's the question. But like I said, I am willing to give him this year. I don't expect too much, but I have been proven wrong many, many, many times, so it could happen again.
Certainly with that. Ryan's reaction says Hawk just isn't a top 8 pick. But he says Hawk is good. No one's saying Hawk sucks. Lions Rumble 81, Hawk was lost in translation last year. And It is. Elijah Rushing says, "Do you all not watch him? He is really good."
He's really good. I think this conversation is kind of like not. I'm not saying it's crazy, right? But like Hawk is a very good tight end when healthy. I don't think it's like questionable or debatable.
I think it's very debatable. It's very debatable because again, what's been special about him?
What?
When's he been special?
He's damn good. Do you not watch him play? Did you watch? I think it was the Bears game last year.
I've never watched the Lions game in my life. So tell me what's special.
Like you haven't though. It's crazy because he had a great game in Green Bay. I think you guys remember that touchdown that he had, as sexy ass pitcher. I don't know. He had another good game against Chicago. I mean, the only thing that I'm questioning about T.J. Hockenson is the health. I think everything else is there. I mean, especially talking about paying pass catchers. How much these guys are getting paid? Like, yeah, and he blocks too. He's no chump on the block as well. T.J. Hawkinson's a good tight end, guys. It's not. I don't think that's up for debate. Is he great? No. Is he good? Yeah, I'd say so, for sure.
He hasn't had a single game with multiple touchdowns. That's pretty. I didn't like that's.
When you start piecing it together, and I know that's the snap reaction. What EZ says, I understand that. I'm not hating him for that. He's got far worse takes than that.
Yeah,
many worse takes.
Is this?
It's just to me like I don't.
The first game of his career, he had 131 yards and a touchdown, and he hasn't had a game over 100 yards since.
But look at his quarterback since.
And he's never had a game with over 2 touchdowns.
Well, when does he make a quarterback good? You know what I'm saying? Like, at what point do you have to take some accountability in that? You know, when do you go back to the huddle and say, throw it up? Do you think Travis Kelce goes to the huddle sometimes and says...
Absolutely, and if you watch the game,
do you think George Kittle does that?
Look what he did for Jimmy Garoppolo. He was Jimmy Garoppolo's favorite target, and Jimmy Garoppolo is nothing special. But when he throws it to Kittle, Kittle often comes down with it and makes a play. And with T.J. Hockenson, unfortunately, we don't see that enough. We don't see special. We don't see top 10 pick. We see a very good, maybe top 8 to 10 tight end, and that's about it. And that's even stretching it.
See, this is pretty wild to me that like now that I'm actually looking at these stats that. He's only his first game of his career. He had over 100 yards. Hasn't had one since. Has never had a game. Okay, his first game he had a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown. So he had 2 touchdowns there. Hasn't had 2 touchdowns since, and he's had one game with over 10 receptions, and it was 10. That's like I like Hockenson.
One year with a healthy Matthew Stafford.
But what's special?
Not even.
What's special about that?
His first game of his career was special, but after that, nothing.
But are we taking into account the people like that have been throwing in football? Like, you guys?
No. I'm asking you what's special. What's special about that?
In my defense, what I'm saying, I'm not telling you. I mean, he has special moments. He for sure does. But he's a good tight end. I'm not telling you he's Travis Kelce. Like I'm not asking him to go out there and be Travis Kelce. I don't think he'll make maybe depending on the market. The market obviously dictates what guys get paid, but I don't think this is like T.J. Hawkinson's a good tight end. He's more than serviceable. He's good on the block. He's good at catching the football. He's shown it to you guys. I don't think it's like up for debate.
I like.
He's showing it. Yeah, you say he's showing it.
Show us.
But then Spencer comes over here and gives you facts. Gives me facts.
I'm also giving you facts.
You're telling me what you think. Spencer's telling me what we know.
I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you
that's what you're telling me.
No, I'm telling you facts.
No, you're telling me he's a good tight end. Spencer's giving me facts.
Okay, is this did Jeff Driscoll not start games for T.J. Hockenson? Was that not a fact?
Okay. Did he not play with Matt Stafford too?
No, he didn't. He barely played with Matthew Stafford. Both he and him were hurt in counterparting games. I'm telling you facts. You guys just aren't deciding to listen. David Blau started 10 games for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't done this in this sense. Like, dude, yeah, he's playing with boo-boo. We all know what Jared Goff was last year as well. On top of his injuries. Talking about T.J. Hawkins' injuries. And Goff's injuries as well, too. Like, he hasn't... You're asking him to be Travis Kelce. Who's throwing to Travis Kelce?
Who's
Patrick
throwing
Mahomes.
to George Kittle, though? Jimmy Garoppolo.
But, again, George Kittle, elite.
Yes.
Right? The cream of the wheat. TJ, not that.
No, that's not elite, my friend.
That's funny.
That's far from elite. I just want to know what's been special about it. That's all. I don't think that's a derogatory question or anything like that.
No.
I want to know. And again, EZ tells me what he thinks, and Spencer, you tell me what you know.
Oh, my God.
Nothing to that is special.
The first game of his career was special.
Not
And then
okay.
after that,
A game.
yeah.
Literally, facts. Stop saying what I think. I'm giving you facts. Stop. That's annoying.
No, I think he's a good tight end is in fact not a fact. EZ.
He is a good tight end. You saying he's not a good tight end?
Are those good tight end statistics that you were giving me, Spencer?
They're solid. They're not great. Not top 5.
So is he bad? He's a bad tight end?
Not top 5 money.
I'm saying he's not a good tight end.
I think he's a good tight end. You don't
See,
think
you're
he's a good
saying
tight end?
think facts. Think facts.
I have the same facts, and my conclusion is he's good. At the end of the day, good or bad is an opinion. He made the Pro Bowl the following year. Like, he just hasn't been. He has.
What about this point? What about this point? Goff started the season with one legit target, and he did nothing. Receivers came later on in the season, and Goff did things. Your response?
What do you mean?
Like, what's your thoughts on that? Goff started the season with one legit target. Your guy, and he did nothing. Correct?
My guy did nothing.
Well, yeah. I mean, Jared Goff, the offense as a whole, all of it.
So
later on in the season, he got receivers. Amon St. Brown came on and stuff like that, and Goff did things.
If he's the one guy on the team, who do you think the defense is focused on?
Well, if you're a good player, that won't matter.
We've seen good players get tuned out of games.
And we've also seen good players be special.
Yes. I didn't say he's elite. I said he's good. He's a good tight end. This remains the fact.
No, I just think he's average, man. But go ahead.
What do you mean, go ahead?
Go ahead.
Would you pay him $14 million a year?
He's not going to get paid $14 million a year.
Yes, he is.
Put that on your mama. He's not getting paid $14 million
on my
a
mama,
year.
he's getting $14 million a year.
I mean, that's what you think. I mean, I definitely don't. I don't think that's the case.
Why don't you tell us about Guardian Alarm?
Yeah, why don't you try that, Easy?
I can tell you about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm keeps you safe and gives you peace of mind. Whether you're at home or on the road, their 24/7 local monitoring makes sure what's important to you is safe. Call
1-800-STAY-OUT
for peace of mind. You heard it right. That's
1-800-STAY-OUT.
1-800-STAY
out. Get out of my house.
Stay out, TJ Hawkinson, $14 million a year. Stay out.
Not getting paid $14 million a year? Tell them Woodward Sports sent you.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Neal Ruhl here for Chili Peppers Tanning, where you can join the Pepper Club. Get your unlimited tanning on. That's right. They'll beat all the competitors' prices, too, by at least $5. Chili Peppers Tanning has the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest tans at Chili Peppers Tanning. Go to the website, chilipepperstanning.com. Find out which one of the 26 locations, more on the way, work best for you. Chili Peppers Tanning. Coming down the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, EZ here for DMAC. We got Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. We're out here. We're in effect. Coming down to the Memorial Day weekend. And the Tigers last night, hey, they're the hottest team in baseball over their last 2 games.
Yeah, that's for sure.
The hottest team in baseball.
1-2 in a row.
They are winning games at a 1,000% winning percentage clip.
In the past 2 games.
If they just keep up this pace, They're in the
World
playoffs.
Series, yeah.
They're in the playoffs, and they're going to win the division.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
No, but we laugh and stuff like that. And look, Miguel Cabrera got the game-winning hit yesterday. He was great yesterday. Had an RBI single earlier in the game as well. Cabrera's hit what? You got the average up over 300 now?
At 300.
At 300?
Yeah.
Are they all, are they singles and stuff like that? Just have 3 home runs? Yes.
33 of 42 hits are singles.
Which, it was always going to end. I always feel I have to qualify this on occasion.
Yeah.
It was always going to end like this. It was never not going to end like this. But he's their best hitter, man.
He's going to be an all-star this year if he keeps it up. I hope so.
They may do that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to see, I guess.
I mean, if he's hitting 300, say he gets to 8, 9 home runs before that, 30-something, 40-something RBIs. His OPS is like 700 something. Like, I think those are all-star numbers. I think I could see him and Skubal, if Skubal keeps it up, making the all-star team.
ALRI, was that? Alifer, I don't know exactly, but hey, you guys can see it too. Unbelievable the Tigers can't find a good hitter in there. I don't want to do the Alavila thing, right? I've run my course of the Alavila thing. I'm going to recharge over the weekend and come back, and we can do an Alavila thing later. But I saw this to some degree with fans, and we saw it here on this show, EZ, and I saw it. I've seen it on social media, where to what extent is AJ Hinch culpable in all this? And Justin Spiro on Twitter said, my friend Anthony Broom has begun to question AJ Hinch, even mocking people like me who have crowned him the best manager in baseball. I maintain Hinch makes fewer dumb decisions by far than any manager we've ever had in Detroit. I love him. Am I blinded by my Hinch love? And I have to ask the question because I share Justin's sentiment that AJ Hinch is the best manager in baseball. And I've seen it the way that he's come. And here it's twofold, right? I will give you examples. I will point to reasons. The way that he's changed to some degree the way the bullpen's used, where he values, quote, high leverage situations, where that will dictate who he goes and gets from the bullpen and who he brings in. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the 9th inning or the 6th inning or the 8th inning. That's a fundamental change in what every previous Tigers manager has worked in. I think the way that he speaks to the media is something as well, where you can tell the gears are turning with him. I side with that AJ Hinch is probably, if you said, hey, Neal, who's an untouchable right now for you with this Tigers franchise? I would say, to me, AJ Hinch is untouchable. So, EZ, I'll ask you, am I being obtuse here? Am I giving him too much credit?
I think kind of, yes. Does that make him... He's still untouchable, though. He's still like the diamond. He's the one shining part of this. You know what I'm saying? He's the guy who's won a championship. But, like, it's tough for me, though, because I don't know where you give managers credit and where you take away. You know what I'm saying? With baseball especially. It really is codependent on the players and what they do. That's why they're called managers and not really coaches. You know what I'm saying? These guys have been doing this stuff forever. It's just how they go into the game with the plan. Obviously, you can't change the backfield and stuff anymore. But it's tough because, like, yeah, you have to... That's who you hold accountable, right? And that's who's supposed to fix this. And if his grade for you guys is great or good, then where is it? You know, because this team's been pitiful, atrocious.
But for me, again, going back to it, what's the biggest measure of how you're going to measure a manager? I think, and San Flano, you tell me, you're a baseball guy too. How he deals with the bullpen is new age of baseball. And it's something that hasn't been done here before. And I'm here for it. And why magically has that bullpen been so good all the time?
Yeah, the bullpen has been one of the strengths of the team, along with the starting pitching. The thing about AJ Hinch is, I don't know if I'm going to call him the best manager in baseball, but he's not responsible for the pieces that are given to him. He's not responsible for the fact that Jonathan Scope went from being a pretty good piece to terrible, that Akil Baddoo went from being a good piece to in AAA, that Eric Haas went from being a good piece to under 200. Jamer Candelario was his cleanup hitter. You can't really win with that. And I think it's a testament. Last year's team is a testament to how good of a manager he actually is, that he really overachieved with that team. He actually gave them expectations, which they haven't had in years. So yes, I think AJ Hinch as of now is an untouchable. Is he the best manager in baseball? He's in the conversation. He's won a World Series with Houston. I think it would be just tragic if somehow he decided to walk, especially if he walked before Avila. Yikes.
See, Sam, you're doing it again. You're like making me think about. I can't even imagine that scenario. That is a nuclear winter scenario.
Oh my God!
Could you imagine that, Easy?
That suck.
If he chucked up the deuces and bounced, and Al Avila's still standing there.
I don't know if they'd let that happen.
Could you imagine that?
There has to be conversations with Chris Illich before that happens, right? I mean,
could you imagine that? Lions Rumble. I can't call him overrated, but Avila needs to make funds more readily accessible and open up the checkbook, which CJ Schneider said, Rumble, they spent $70 million this offseason. Yeah, but who made those calls on who they got?
He has some input, though, no?
No, AJ Hinch wanted Carlos Correa. AJ Hinch wanted to get Carlos Correa.
He was at the dinner.
Didn't they have dinner like a quarter mile from here?
And then they didn't fork out enough money to get him.
And I'm not saying Correa is a savior.
No. He's better than Baez, though.
Personally, for me, I wasn't about that $300 million for 10 years for Carlos Correa.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if I'm shelling out that kind of cake, like, I want the dude. You know what I'm saying?
Carlos Correa wanted $300 million, but he is not your savior.
Right. You know, like, that is true. I'll tell you what was Spencer Raxter's savior Wednesday when we were at Big Boy in Brighton. Oh. Strawberry Fest was his savior because it's back at Big Boy. As Spencer can tell you, they brought back the classic breakfast items like the strawberry French toast, strawberry pancakes, and Spencer, the strawberry waffle.
Oh, yeah.
2 strawberry waffles in 2 segments.
Yep. I felt like crap during the bottom line, but it was
That's all right. That's your B show anyway.
Yeah.
You bring the energy for this one.
Yeah, I didn't have to talk or anything.
You eat 2 strawberry waffles for this show, Spencer Raxter.
Oh, yeah.
Not a breakfast guy? Spencer's probably not anymore. No. Try the new strawberry bacon chicken wrap, which is what I had, and was very good as well. The crispy chicken wrap, the nacho wrap, or the strawberry salad. The perfect recipe for springtime. And don't forget, dessert. The strawberry pie, everybody. Come on, now it's Strawberry Fest. You get a slice for $1.99 when you purchase $7.99 or more at participating Big Boy locations. Strawberry Fest, it's back, everybody. Let's go.
At Wing Snob, staying humble's not our forte. We just have better wings. We're back at it again with our crispy golden brown fries and our famous boneless wings. Juicy, tender, hormone-free chicken. Your favorite signature sauces with no bone. Just when you thought Wing Snob couldn't get any better. Order online at wingsnob.com today. Wing Snob. We just have better wings.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome. Final segment of the show, Getaway Friday for a lot of you out there. Neal Ruhl. Easy in for DMAC, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter as well. Easy, your takes were minimally better today. I'll give you credit for that.
They're always good. Always good. It's easy to call a take bad. It's harder to unpack it and debate and overcome like
Captain
facts.
Hindsight.
Yeah, well, it's really easy to call a take bad when it's a bad take. That is true. Hey, what do you got lined up for the weekend, man?
Not much, man. Honestly, I have nothing planned for you guys. I was just thinking that listen to you guys. I think. What are you doing, Spinny?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Should we try this golf thing? You want to go golfing?
Oh man, yeah.
We need content.
Yeah,
from that.
We do need content, and we need, I need to get Easy out on the course. I want to see him swing, but yeah, I mean, I'm down.
I had a good practice swing yesterday.
He did. It was pretty solid.
I like it. How about you, Sam Flannel? What do you got? It's gonna be in the 90s on Monday. You gonna cut the sleeves off the flannel or what?
Oh yeah, I definitely got to cut the sleeves off the flannel. I don't want to get heat stroke out there. But yeah, this weekend I don't have too much going on. I'm really happy to have a 3-day weekend. Give me some quality time with the fiance. We might even do some wedding talking and planning. Neal, you know all about that process. It is.
No, I don't really.
Not really. Well, no, that's a good point. I definitely am not 50-50 in that. My fiance does a lot more of it, but I have some input every once in a while. But yeah,
I had zero input.
Zero input. That's kind of the way to go. But
which is a lot like the day-to-day operations of Ruhl Holdings.
Oh.
I'm I'm middle management in Ruhl Holdings.
Who you rank after one of your kids?
Mrs. Ruhl is the CEO, the president, the CFO, all of it. She handles all of it.
Oh yeah, that doesn't say a lot for what I have to look forward to, but we'll see. I digress. I might go to Jimmy John's Field, USPBL. I might even head down to Comerica. We'll see.
Absolutely, Jack Harrington. I'll be watching the Yankees versus the Rays this weekend. I knew you'd be doing that. I'll tell you what, if I'm bumping around the house, I may flip that on for a minute. Gromit 0237. Tom Brookings should be managing Toledo. I miss Tom Brookings, man.
Donnie Kelly should manage. Donnie Kelly should be our hitting coach. I just want more Don Kelly.
What about? Well, I'm curious the audience too. Jump it on the YouTube chat thread. Just want to know what everybody's got going on. Final couple minutes of the show. Certainly, I'll get some golf in on Sunday. Weather's going to be hype once we get past today.
Oh yeah.
Weather's going to be very good. Got a couple barbecues on the docket, so it'll be classic. I'm glad I don't go up north anymore. I know we talked about up north, and I know that's a very that other radio station topic, as I was told, even though I'm genuinely curious about it. I'm glad I don't go up north anymore.
I like going up north. It's always a good time.
Must be it's the kids component, I think.
Yeah.
Hacking everything up.
Yeah, I don't got to worry about that. I just throw a case of beer, sleeping bag, I'm good to go. No, but we got a spot up in Mayo. I got one of those tent cots, double wide tent cot. Boy, it's nice. I like that thing.
That one that can support a man of your stature.
Oh yeah, it can support me and a woman. That's a nice size tent cot. But I like that. We have my friend's got a cabin outside of Gaylord. That's really nice. Love going up there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like going up north.
Christian Thorpe says, I got a wedding to go to. Robert Colosia, Motorsports Minute, the Monaco Grand Prix, and the Indy 500 this weekend. How are you going to have both? That's what, Saturday and Sunday? They're not both on the same day, are they?
I mean, I'm not Sawyer, unfortunately, so I don't know what you're looking at me for. Maybe we'll have to V-mix him in for that sometime.
Lions Rumble says he's going to a pool party as well. So, yeah, we got all that. I want everybody to have a good weekend, but be safe, too, Easy?
Yeah, a little bit. You can do some risky things. That's how you have fun.
Chef Chris Smith, grilling up some ribs, ribeyes, and T-bone steaks. Get it in.
That sounds good.
He's got chef in the name, too. Where's that at?
Get it in. Everyone's saying yes, sir, on that one. But, yeah. So, Rack says going up north on holiday weekends is legit. Or on non-holiday weekends is legit.
You think Celtics close it out tonight?
Yeah, I think so. They got any shot against the Warriors?
I thought so once upon a time. But the Warriors just they're a wood chipper. Usually you just feed things into it and they just destroy it. They're just on fire, man.
I'm taking kind of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Who's got the home court in that series?
I think it'd be Boston, right? I'm not
I'd have
sure.
to check the NBA standings.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Sam Flannel will pick that one out.
Yeah.
Nine Drink says, I'd be having a gypsy too if I could ever get Neal to bring a bottle to Southern Florida. I'll have to do that for you, 9 Drinks. I'll have to bring. The problem is I don't check bags, and that's too much liquid to bring on the plane, I've been told. So.
Someone, one of the Lady James people were telling me they put their alcohol in IV bags, and you check on with that. I don't know if it's true or not. That's just I'm just saying what I was told.
Yeah. What do we got, Sam Flannel?
Is it by record or by seeding?
By record.
If it's by record, it would be Golden State.
That's what I thought.
But Golden State's the 3 seed in their conference, and Boston is the 2 seed in their conference. I feel bad for not knowing which is the game.
I feel bad too. I should know that.
It's by record.
It's by record.
Okay, then Golden State's got home court.
I think there's a big Tampa Bay Lightning segment to that. If the Warriors take the first 2 games, it's over.
You're not going to beat them 4 to 5 times.
Yeah, especially when you got to beat them twice.
Yeah. Jason Tatum has to truly be special to beat that team.
And he's hurt. I mean,
yeah,
he's not hurt, but he got banged up in their last game.
The shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart's banged up.
Connor McDavid got through.
Dude's a monster. Something else. Makes it look like he's
I hate
playing.
that it's on so late.
He's playing in beer league games.
It was I made it and I was struggling.
Yeah.
And I made it to that little flurry of goals and it was 4-4 and it hurt my heart, but I had to tap out.
Yeah.
It was a long day out on the golf course. Hey, everybody, be safe this weekend, for real. But get it in. Don't get me wrong.
Hell yeah, brother.
Get it in. Crack those bottles of Gypsy vodka and get it in, everybody. Easy, appreciate you sliding on through as always. Sam Flannel, Spencer Rexter. Be safe, kids. All right, everybody be safe out there. My name's Neal Ruhl. We'll be back on Tuesday. Best of show on Monday. Is that it?
Yep, best of on
Best
Monday.
of show. So you know there'll be no easy segments on there. Thanks, everybody, for watching Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.